and welcome. Today I'm transforming this pre-loved men's linen blend shirt into a relaxed, designer-inspired cushion cover that looks right at home in a modern interior. By making use of the original button fastening, there's no need to install a zip, making this a quick, beginner-friendly project that can easily be completed in an afternoon. If you'd like to make one for yourself, then you'll find the linen stripe cushion cover pattern linked in the description below. For this project, you'll need a pre-loved cotton shirt, linen shirt, or a blend of the two, ideally from a men's size 2XL or larger. Of course, you can use almost any fabric you like, provided your pattern pieces fit, but I particularly love the texture that linen brings to this relaxed style. Before cutting, check that your shirt is large enough by measuring both the garment length and the maximum width across the armholes on the front and back. To create a nice flat cutting surface, begin by unpicking the armholes, then the side seams, and finally the hem. Some shirts use a chain stitch on the side seams. If you catch the correct thread on the inside, you can often unravel the entire seam with one pull instead of unpicking every stitch. If you'd like a short video showing exactly how to spot these, let me know in the comments. Once everything is opened out, give the shirt a good press to remove any creases. Lay the front of the shirt flat and pin the button placket between each button. This keeps everything aligned while making sure the stripes stay nice and straight. Now pin your pattern onto the back of the shirt and cut out the back cushion piece. If your stripes aren't perfectly straight, don't worry. Rather than following the outer stripes, align the centre of the pattern with one stripe. Once the cushion is finished, that's the line your eye naturally focuses on, giving the overall piece a much more balanced look. Transfer all of the notches before removing the paper pattern. Next, position the pattern on the front of the shirt, aligning the centre of the pattern with the centre of the button placket. You should be able to feel the buttons underneath, making it easy to centre everything accurately. Cut out the front piece and transfer the remaining notches. I also like to mark the notches on the reverse of the fabric with chalk, as they'll stay visible after the edges are finished. Set your sewing machine to a zigzag stitch. On my machine, that's approximately a stitch length of 1 and a stitch width of 3, although your settings may vary. Zigzag all the way around both pieces to minimise fraying. If you have an overlocker or serger, you can use that instead. Unbutton the front opening, then place the front and back pieces right sides together. Match the notches and pin or clip around all 4 sides. Sew all the way around using a 1 cm seam allowance. When you reach each corner, leave the needle in the fabric before lifting the presser foot and turning your work. This helps create crisp, accurate corners. Once sewn, press the seam allowances open. A tailor's ham works well here, but a rolled up towel or tea towel makes an excellent substitute if you don't have one. Carefully turn the cover through to the right side, making sure to push the corners out neatly. For a really full, luxurious finish, use a cushion pad that's slightly larger than your finished cover. I'm using a 57cm feather-filled pad from Dunelm, which gives a lovely plump appearance. And that's the linen stripe cushion cover finished. I really enjoy projects like this because they show how a single second-hand shirt can become something that looks completely different. If you make one, I'd love to know what garment you repurposed and whether you kept the classic stripes or chose something completely different. Leave me a comment below, I always enjoy seeing your ideas. If you'd like to make your own, you'll find the downloadable PDF pattern linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next project.